Hey Book Dragons, I'm back. So I am here to do my another reading vlog, which is more going to focus on some holiday reads. It is Thanksgiving Day weekend. Yesterday was Thanksgiving, and I'll be honest, I did like a ton of like filming stuff for vlogmas, so I got to start a little bit early this year. I also did some Christmas shopping today, but I'm ready to just stay home for the next couple of days, read and relax. So I am physically reading The Nightmare Before Christmas by Sarah Rush, and I'm like 162 pages into this book. I'm having a super fun time with it, and I'll be honest, I didn't really look at the cover too closely, so I was under the impression that this was a sapphic romance. It's not a sapphic romance, but it follows two princes, and they are the princes of their realms. One is a nightmare, one is a Halloween prince, and one is a Christmas prince, and the Christmas prince is trying, his father is trying to take over the land by having an alliance with the, like every holiday is like its own kingdom, and the King of Christmas wants to like have an alliance with the Easter holiday, and that is Nicholas's best friend, Iris. She's the Easter princess, but before that can happen, there is like a merger between the two. So they want to have, Halloween wants to throw his hat into the ring. The Halloween prince comes, and little do Cole and the Halloween princess, they made out the night before, the year before. So it is really, really fun. It's very, very political heavy, and I'm having a fun time with it. So I'm about 162 pages in, and I'm really liking it. And I also was doing Christmas shopping this morning, and I am reading The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter, and I'm about like 214 pages into this book. I'm like 60% into this book. I just don't know how far I am. And this follows two writers who have a history that go to this mansion written by this famous criminal writer, and things kind of go from there, and some stuff goes on, and they have to kind of solve the mystery together. So my goal is, and also Jess from Peace Loves Book is doing her mini readathon on Sunday, so I just want to read, relax, and watch some Christmas movies. I'm also doing diamond painting again now that my holiday crafting is done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to finish what I'm doing, and then I'm going to take like an hour and like read this. But my goal right now is to finish this up, and then when I'm done with that, I will give you guys an update, and we'll choose our next audiobook. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey friends, I'm back. So last night when I got home from errands and such, I did wind up finishing The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter. I gave this book 4 stars. I think I like this book a lot better than Blonde Identity. I think I like the mystery. I think I said it in a previous clip, but basically you follow these two writers, and they're kind of sent to this famous writer's house for reasons, and then mysteries start to afoot while they're there. And I had a great time. It also was broken with like, let me see if I can find one that has like police interrogations from a couple of like, you know, at the end of Christmas. But I had like a great time with it. It was like a fun read, really, really quick, really, really digestible. And I definitely think that this was my favorite over Blonde Identity. I mean, I will still say that there was a lot of characters to meet, so I don't think there was a lot of characters you were meeting, and I think through audio, I think I missed some of the names, but I had a fun time with it, and I gave it 4 stars. And then this has been a struggle that I've been having in the past couple of months. I just don't know how to listen to my romances. So a lot of times I'll pick up like some romances because they have heavy fantasy worlds physically, and then I'll get bored. And then I will transfer over to audio, and I'll like them a lot better. So honestly, this is what happened with Nightmare Before Christmas. I was listening to this and I was so bored. But picking it up, listening to the banner, seeing all the chaos, I'm really enjoying it a lot better. So I'm like, I was thinking about chapter 13, so I'm like about 200 pages into this, and I'm liking it a lot better listening to audio. I did buy the audio, I will say that. It wasn't like, I didn't get it for free because the holds are a little bit too long out. But that's kind of my goal for next year, is to kind of have options. I'm going to try to have access to every romance book I read if I want to read it physically, just to see what enjoyment level is different. Because I do like, I said this in like a TikTok I made. I'm very much like a type reader. Like I physically read fantasy, and I audiobook for thrillers and mysteries and romances, but sometimes those just overtime depending on what kind of arcs I get, because if I have a physical arc, I have to read it physically. So yeah, but I'm having a fun time with this. It's definitely getting more political. I think that the connection to Red, White, and Royal Blue is really accurate because you have two very different princes. There's a lot of political stuff, and I'm having a fun time listening to this. So I mean, again, this is the last day of the month, so I'm going to try to make today my catch-up day so I have enough books and such. And then I'm also eventually would like to start this on audio, Make My Wish Come True by Rachel Lippincott and Alison Dedrick. And I'm also listening to The Merry Matchmakers, but I'll attach a photo at some point. But I literally listened to like 20 pages of that, so I'm not that into that. But that is my book. So what I think I'm going to do is I am going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to go diamond paint for a little bit, or I'm going to read for a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of do that. Like every 50 pages, I'm going to swap things that I do just so that I have like I can finish both things today. That is the goal, to finish 2 books today. Merry Matchmakers and The Nightmare Before Christmas. And then I am going to take a little bit of time at the end of today to kind of set up my bullet journal for next month, which I've been so bad at, but I have a lot of stickers. So that's the plan. So when I'm back, I will give you an update when I have got up to page 250 in Nightmare Before Christmas. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey Book Dragons, I am back. It is about 12:38 and I just wanted finishing A Nightmare Before Christmas. This is another book that I feel like I am going to give it 4.5 stars. I'm going to ram it up to 5 on Goodreads. But this is one of those books that I've noticed this year that I have to really consider when I listen to romance, almost getting 2 options, because some romance books I can read physically, and some, especially books that have like a fantasy element to them, if it depends on what is more the priority. Like for this book, I feel like this was more of a romance heavy book. There was a lot of like beginning world building at the start of the story, but sometimes if it's just romances, I tend to like to listen to them because I can get through them a bit quicker. But I'm going to give this book like 4.5 stars. I'm going to round it up to 5 on Goodreads. I had a fun time with it. I thought it was fun. I thought the romances were fun. I thought that the holiday elements in this story was really, really fun. I'm really excited for book 2 because it follows the brother. And yeah, I had a really, really fun time with this book. So I finished this. So I think my next audiobook, I'm working on something from my mom. So as long as the dog cooperates, I think my next audiobook is going to be Make My Wish Come True by Rachel Lippincott and Alison Dedrick. And I have this on Everand. So I think this will be my next audiobook. And I will kind of chat through that. And then my book I'm physically reading is The Merry Matchmaker, which I will probably attach a photo here for you all. And then tomorrow I'm doing a mini readathon with Jess from Peace Loves Books. So in an ideal world, I would love to finish this today and the other book, but I don't know if that's going to happen. This book is 306 pages, and that is also a 300-page book, so I may not be able to finish both of them, but that is the secret plan. But yeah, I really liked A Nightmare Before Christmas. So yeah, my plan right now is to take a bit of a crafting break and update everything. I'm also tomorrow morning or tomorrow night, tonight I'm going to update my bullet journal and all of that stuff to make sure that that stuff's ready. But yeah, so solid 4.5 star read, solid 5-star read for me. I really, really liked it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get to 25%. And then the next book I'm in the middle of reading too is Make My Wish Come True by Rachel Lippincott and Alison Dedrick. This is the same author that wrote She Gets the Girl. And honestly, I'm loving this premise. So I really like YA contemporaries when I read them. And I don't read them a lot. Like I have my like 9 favorite authors that I read that like I like read a lot of. But this is like such a freaking fun time. So it's very much a Laura book, I will say that. Basically, you follow these 2 characters. You follow Arden James. She's a Hollywood starlet, and she's a little bit down on her luck. She is trying to get a really, really popular movie role, but the person she's going for the movie doesn't think she's it because she thinks she's all she cares about press and like, getting herself into trouble. So she kind of convinces the director of this movie that she wants to settle down with her girlfriend who lives in this small town, who was her former best friend that she left, 5 years ago. And then her best friend, Caroline, is back at home. She is a writer, and she's very, very mad at her best friend. Her town is in, like, a bit of a struggle issue just because, like, even though her town is very, very holiday focused, they are not having the best financial time. and Arden's grandma still lives in a small town. So Arden decides to go back home and have this article written that will hopefully get her this part that she wants. But she needs to convince Caroline to date her. And Caroline is also a journalism major, so they reluctantly decide to do this. Arden's going to get this article written about her. Caroline's going to pretend to date her, and then Caroline, who's a journalist, is going to write the article. I'm having a really, really fun time with this book. So every day is a different date that Arden and Caroline do. And I read the first date, and I'm having a fun time. Like, you could definitely tell these characters have history, which I like. I love books where history is embellished into the story. I love the setting. I love the dates. It gives me 10 blind dates, or 10, that Ashley Elston book that I loved. And I'm just having a fun time with it. So I'm about 100 pages in. The next time you're going to see me, I'm going to be 200 pages in. But yeah, I'm having a fun time with this book. It might be like a new favorite. Like sometimes like holiday romances can be really, really good or really, really bad. And I haven't found one that I like adored recently. But this one's like, it's sapphic. I don't read a ton of sapphic things, but I like the vibes of this story. It also reminds me of like a Christmas Village and like Hallmark movies. And I'm having a really, really fun time. So I will see when I have read about 200 more pages. I'm gonna go diamond page, so if that happens tonight, I will definitely give you guys an update. Yeah, but I just finished day 1, so now I have to get up to like day 8, so I'll be a significant chunk of this book when next time I talk to you, but I'm having a fun time. Hey Dragons, I'm back. I just wanted to give you a quick update. I did wind up getting up to page 160 in Make My Wish Come True by Rachel Lippincott and Allison Dittrich. I am listening to the audio through Everand. And I will say, if this happened to me, if I was friends with a childhood starlet or a Hollywood heartthrob and they stopped being my friend, they went away, they came back and asked me to date them for publicity, I would be aggravated. So Caroline is handling this much better than I would, but I do like the cozy vibes. Like, I do like the romance. I like that there's a lot of history for these characters. It's very much a second chance romance. You also do see all the side characters, so I'm having a fun time with this. So I'm going to try to get up to page 216 next time, and then I will give you guys another update. But yeah, so right now I'm on chapter 16, and the next time you see me, I will have read up to chapter 21. Actually, you know what, maybe I'll do a little bit farther. Maybe I'll go up to like 25 or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go up to chapter like 23 or something, just so I can have a little bit more distance. But I am enjoying this book. This is like gonna be a really, really fun romance. I really am liking it. It's giving me 10 Blind Date vibes, which I like loved, is one of my favorite holiday contemporary romances. So I will see you guys when I have a little bit more of an update. Bye. Hi Dragons, I just want to give you a quick update. I got up to chapter 25, which is 254 in Make My Wish Come True, and I'm having a fun time with this. This is definitely the book that I like want to keep reading. I really like the characters. I think the two worlds are about to collide and it's going to get really, really tense for our main characters. But I love the history. I love how this story is so inclusive. I just think that sometimes you need a story where it's just happy, a fun time, and I'm really like thinking this is it. This could be a 5-star read. Right now it's like a 4.5, but I'm having such a fun time with it. So when I'm done with this book, I'm going to give you guys an update, but honestly, I'm just switched over to audio. I think I'm a little bit burned out on holiday romances, which is fine because I've literally listened to them for like the past 2 weeks. So I might just take a bit of a break and like do another vlog, but I really like the concept of this. If you're looking for kind of a fun story, I would definitely pick this one up. So yeah, I'm going to go get to the crux of the story, do some diamond painting for my mom. And when I'm done with Make My Wish Come True, I will give you guys an update. Bye. Hi. So I'm back. I just wanted to say that I did wind up finishing Make My Wish Come True by Rachel Lippincott and Allison Dittrich. I'm going to give this book like 4.75 stars. Like, I'm going to round it up to 5 on Goodreads. I think for me, this story just worked. I think it had a lot of elements that work for me. It was a second chance romance. It had a Hollywood element to it. It also had a very, very cute Christmas Village. It also just had, you know, diversity kind of infused through the whole story, but just was a fun time. I think that this is going to be a new favorite for me, and I really liked 10 Blind Dates by Ashley Elston back in the day, but this might be a new favorite for me. It had like the 7 dates, it had these two characters like reconnecting, and I had a really, really fun time. So this one might be the hit of the vlog. I mean, I did like Nightmare Before Christmas as well, but this one's like a solid read. It might be my new favorite of this vlog. So then you will see the last book I read for this vlog in the next clip, or the next series of clips. The next series of clips, you will see me reading The Merry Matchmaker, which I will have attached a photo at that point, but I was reading these books at the same exact time, so I finished them at the same exact time. I was just listening to them in different ways, like audio and physical. But hey Big Dragons, I'm back. So I did have some updates. I did wind up reading about 30% into The Merry Matchmakers. I'm having a really fun time with this book. Definitely gives me fall vibes. Definitely an older main character, which I haven't read a lot of. Basically, you follow this main character who really likes to matchmake. And she's kind of in the holiday season, and she wants to kind of find everyone a +1, or find everyone their happily ever after. And she kind of goes into it knowing that like she's not going to have a happy ever after because her significant other passed away and she has no interest in romance. She kind of goes about setting up everyone else for these holiday romances, and things kind of go from there. Things are not going as planned, I will say that. There's also a lot of people to know in the story because you meet like a lot of characters, but I am having a fun time with it. I'm about 30% in. I also do have the audiobook for this, which I forgot that I unlocked on Everand, so before the end of tomorrow, December 1st, I'm definitely going to finish both these books, like either way. So that is the update for that book, and I will see you when I have read to 50% of that book. But so far, it's a fun time. It's definitely more women's fiction. There is a lot of characters, and I think that there's going to be a lot of happily ever afters at the end. I'm hoping our main character also gets a happily ever after, even though she seems very, very downtrodden about that. But I will talk to you guys soon when I have read a little bit more. Okay. So I did wind up getting up to 60% into The Merry Matchmaker. Definitely more of a women's fiction book. There's also a lot of characters in that story, and I think I'm becoming a little bit disconnected from the characters, but I am liking that. I'm probably just gonna finish both these up on audio. So the next time you see me, I will be done with The Merry Matchmaker, and then we'll chat about that. Hi Big Dragons, I am back. So I just want to say that I did wind up finishing The Merry Matchmaker. I think we're gonna give this book like 3.75 stars. Like, I did like it. It was definitely an Emma retelling. I think like go into it knowing it's an Emma retelling, and you'll kind of find the characters a little bit more palpable because they are definitely characters. But I had a fun time with it. Like, I liked it. It was a quick listen, one that was super digestible. So in this vlog, I read 4 things. I read Nightmare Before Christmas, which I gave 4 stars to. I read The Crime of the Year by Allie Carter, that I gave 4.5 stars to. Then I read Make My Wish Came True, which I gave 4.75 stars, probably 5. And then I gave Merry Matchmaker, which I gave 3 stars to. So, solid read. And yeah, let me know in the comments, do you read holiday romances? I would love to know your favorites. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon for another video.